Not that they're necessarily the worst teams. It's just about consistency in a very short format. It really just takes one, bad 0-2, and suddenly you're playing a tiebreaker where you might go right on home. So,
oh yeah,
just win.
Well, we'll see how it goes as both teams heading out across the map. Just doing my predictions real quickly. Don't mind
working.
me.
They're working.
They are. It's time.
Most denies, definitely. First player denies, got to be Morphling, right? Is there any way it's not Morphling? Oh, I mean, nah. Versus Kunkka?
It could be.
I know. I just think Morphling, and I think denies.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Total number of deaths. Wait, chat, you're live. We have no delay. Guys, what are we doing here? All right. Total number of player deaths at game end. 0 to 25, 26 to 40, 41 to 55, or 56 plus. I will take the first answer.
I did 26 to 40. I think that's the winning one.
That's kind of low. 56 plus, 41.
Oh, total number of player. I thought for an individual player. All right, yeah. I'm doing 56 plus. Sorry, my bad. I was like, this is definitely going to happen to Schofield.
All right. So, well, the first one was Vaughn Pew Pew, and he said 33, which would be 26 to 40. So I guess I'm locked in. Thank you, Vaughn Pew Pew. Sorry, everyone else who was late and gave a better idea. All right. Player with the highest total physical damage done to heroes at game end. Is there any way we don't take Sven, guys? Does anyone have an argument against Sven?
I could see maybe Morphling if it goes late enough that like the right clicks start to become super important. He's probably going to end up doing more damage than the Sven over the course of it, right?
And it actually is kind of hard. There's actually a lot of reasons why you could pick other people. Like if the Sven loses, or and then if Virtus.pro, you could also, because like Kunkka just spams so much that over time it does add up quite a bit in the laning stage. But all it takes is one good fight at the end of the game, and Morphling just goes nutso.
It's true. Got to get those points though. Very important.
Hello, I'm Steven Johnson. It is live.
Amazing.
You just said it's live. Hey, Trent. So I'm just saying, if they're going to be bold enough to put their real name as their Twitch chat name, Steven Johnson, then I feel like I owe it to them to read it aloud.
Yo, here's the big one though. Total number of trees destroyed by 30 minutes. I think that's actually like
175.
I think that's 51 to 175. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that many.
It's always more than you think, though.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now into this game as Virtus.pro going to try and contest for one. There's also a bounty rune battle between FNG and Mago, and it ends up being 2 apiece. So everybody off to the lanes. No early first blood. Unless Sayu.
Right. Goodbye, Chad. I'm going to pay attention now.
Jim Park. Dude, this guy's crazy. Is he going to shard him? All right. That was kind of insane.
It's wild. Out of control. And no skills taken. Back to the top lane. Okay, well, show me what you got, Sacred. I think you're right. I think it's a Spirit Vessel build. We'll see how it goes. We got ourselves the late Caudle, which we barely talked about there, as they're going to be doing this off-lane Kunkka, which a lot of people have been messing around with in pubs. And is this the punish versus a Shaker? Because they did try and prepare themselves from Beast Coast, right? They banned out, I think it was the Necrophos and the Queen of Pain, 2 heroes that if they had brought that mid, that's going to be a bad time for a Shaker. And Shaker mid really needs that early, like, solid start. You want to abuse this damage to get the last hits. You got to get rolling with your first items. Can Caudle stop that?
I mean, already it's kind of a bit of an annoying lane for Mago. You can see he's, missed 1 CS off that. He's burning through regen already. But, it's not the end of the world, but he's definitely going to be taking some harassment through this one and probably not able to deny as many creeps as he would otherwise. Sayu gets very low down bottom and another pause.
Yeah. Getting low and pausing is like, clearly something is incorrect with my teammates. They can't hear. No sound. Okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Well, we can talk since we have the groups up there in the upper right-hand corner. LGD still sitting top of this group. You can see Gaming Gladiators are next up with the 2-2 score. And then, of course, that was with a 2-0 loss to LGD. The other team that LGD played was Nouns. Nouns went 1-1 against Beast Coast. And I did say that one of their matches that they played against LGD, I got a chance to talk to Kezu. Shout out to him. He was casting that one, and he said that Nouns looked really good up to 30 minutes, and then things kind of fell apart a little bit after that. So, I don't know, things to watch in this group here.
I actually love this format. 4 groups is so sick.
It's so crazy. Dude. There's so much Dota.
Oh, they reconnected.
Perfect.
Back already. Okay, I'm gone again. Thank you, everybody. When is Alliance playing? All right, someone else tell them. I'm gonna go back to the cast now.
Dude, why they're catching strays all over the place here. Unbelievable. Well, down bottom, Stinger took some damage. Kiritich is up top, trying to have a decent time with FNG. So far has kind of been denied out a lot. FNG might be in trouble.
Get him.
Runs forward, gets first blood. And yeah, Kiritich at this point, only 4 last hits on a Morphling.
That should update the trees killed. Like total number of trees destroyed by 30 minutes. I feel like it should go up by 1.
Jim Park gets taken down there by Sayu. A nice combination. So both safe laners struggling a little bit out of the gate.
Ooh. Yeah, that guy's nuts when he gets the sound turned back on after those pauses. He can hear everything.
Oh yeah.
Immediately picking it up. So 1-1. Seeing a Treant Protector die feels amazing. I know we're all tired. He's still holding a Blood Grenade and has a point in Leech Seed, so be warned. No doubt about that, particularly at that level 3. Any of his spells get kind of terrifying as they get leveled up right now. So mid lane, though, it looking okay for Mago. He's got those denies, like you were saying, from the Shakers. He's feeling good about that. But again, yeah, Parker's starting to get a bit low down here.
Noticed they're doing a nice combination where they just magic missile into Torrent, get guaranteed damage. I've seen a lot of, I think the most common build is to go like more points, at least 1 into X mark. I wonder if there's any value at all to try and get another in Torrent. It sounds horrifically bad, but I kind of just want to see something weird.
Anything that bullies a carry isn't necessarily bad, you know? If it's going to give you long-term gains, definitely some value.
It's probably terrible though, right? Surely. Like X is so good, but I just want to see it.
You know. Ben's just getting points and stun. It's fine.
We also should mention that last kill that happened up top side on FNG, that was before they even got Geminate attack with tag team. So he's got to be mega careful there. As
he's doing Treant Protector things though. This is why this hero's broken. He's coming through.
TP, the turn, Stinger there with the stun. Everybody showed up. And then Jim Park gets the stick charge to heal and turn around. So Beast Coast keep their carry alive. It does cost a big rotation, but will be salved up after the fact.
Yeah, Schofield very smart to come down here and ensure that wasn't going to turn out too poorly. And can just go back to the Twin Gate, but is thinking about turning on FNG instead, maybe? Now they're just going to let him go and take his Watcher. Fine. Fair enough. It's a Treant. Don't waste your time.
Interesting. So there... Oh, Kiritich is taking a lot of damage up top on this Morphling, but should be fine here.
Yeah,
but they just...
One.
Are they going to try and go on him now since they don't have Tree in this lane? They're tri-laning down bottom.
You just have to hope that he goes for a morph play pretty much, right? Because like he's sitting... when he morphs, depending, like he can get pretty crazy armor versus the Weaver.
They're going.
So I don't know.
Kiritich in trouble. Snowball in, damage there. Stun connects. Still enough to get the kill.
Nice from Stinger. Very nice. Now FNG even bit of a dangerous spot here. They're just deciding like, wait, can we kill this guy? They didn't even realize. It kind of took him a second.
He's just gone. Dude, Twin Gate Dota is so weird.
It's okay as long as it's killing Treant Protector. That makes it totally fine. So yeah, top lane's getting bodied. Quick TP back in here. Does manage to grab the CS as Kiritich comes back in. And Stinger immediately plants a ward now in behind this tower with Kiritich TPing in. Schofield's got resources. Sacred's got resources. Stinger, he could stick for an Ink Swell, but he's going to leave instead. So he's going to have to wait till they whittle him down a little bit. They're not going to go immediately back in.
A very strange start to this game where the CS doesn't really tell the whole story necessarily, but the CS is something that's keeping Virtus.pro afloat a little bit. Because as much as, Morphling died, he's still doing well in net worth, and Sven really has not been able to get that much done. Jim Park feeling pretty rough at this point.
And you know what helps net worth? Buying a Midas. Kiritich is eyeing one up right now with that Gloves of Haste. And already almost at 1,500 gold. Gets onto Sacred.
Oh, couple more hits. Sakuchi, he has enough to get away, but no, ends up dying. Well played.
Oh, a little bit of damage from the dust, a little bit of damage from the leech seed. Adds up to a kill. Good news, he had no earn charges left, so pack one on there at least.
Speaking of earn charges, Squad X gonna get one now as he makes the move over for Stinger and starting to get involved. This is something the Coddle is gonna be able to do much better than the Earthshaker is. Like, you're just so much faster moving around the map.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you know, you don't need items for it either, right? Like, he's just doing his thing, heal himself up while he tries to steal some of Parker's stacks here. And now FNG.
He's dead?
He's pretty dead.
Oh no.
All right, FNG, can you relax, dude?
This game is getting weird. I don't know what's happening anymore. People are just running at each other constantly.
I love how he takes that kill from his Coddle. He's like, oh yeah, no, it's not. No, I don't need that on my Coddle or anything. Don't worry about it.
Jeez. Interesting times. I mean, notice getting off to this type of a start on offlane Kunkka. This is pretty scary if I'm Beast Coast at this point.
Jared has just been taking a ton of damage. He's actually out of mana. He's going to have to stick if he wants to waveform out of this. And Schofield trying to bully him a little bit for it. Oh, they have this ward too. They have no way of punishing this though.
No, this game it's falling off the rails. I mean, Virtus.pro are getting the tier 1 tower bottom. They're not really able to do the same on the other side. Kiritich now tanking up some damage underneath his own tower. The stun is there. Schofield, this is not going to end well, although he does dodge out one. Turns now on to Seiyu. Schofield is eventually going to fall. Can't get the deny onto that creep camp.
Sacred hits level 6 as well. Still has this ward too. So might be feeling a bit brazen here for potential play. Would need someone to come through the Twin Gate. But it's Squad X going through the Twin Gate. Gonna find Parker again in the same spot. He's right by his gravestone.
Oh my God,
You've
dude,
seen this in a past life.
This is bad. I mean, he does manage to get away though. So that's still, I mean, taking that farm hurts a lot. Meanwhile,
Well, not if they get the Squad X in return, but yeah, no.
stun, time lapse.
Time lapse, he's fine.
Chase, maybe Schofield can get involved. They're bringing numbers. They really want this Squad X kill. Shards will get the block off, but they've decided to go off to the other side. They're going to get one. That's Seiyu, but now can Squad X get away? Sacred looking for the G's down. Snowball pulls him in. Can they get the Coddle? Coddle's so fast. He's trying to get away from him. Might be able to a couple more hits. They're gonna have another shards and a few. Slowdown is there, but the torrent, oh, the save! They move in, they're keeping Squad X alive. You can't stop the Coddle. Run away, old man. He dropped the tree, jumped back over it. The cow jumped over the moon, and Squad X got away from Sacred. What in the Sam hell is happening in this game, Trent? This is
over the bridge.
Listen, I need the slacks line. That's the Dota play right there, baby. Stinger tries to get away. Can he manage to quite escape?
Oh,
He's taking the load as he goes by and will eventually go down. Oh my God. All that for just one kill.
All right, well, that's definitely some Beast Coast Dota right there. 'Cause the whole idea is Parker is just going to be farming that whole time. That is the goal. That's what he's trying to do. Unfortunately, they don't have any stacks for a Sven. He does like those, but it's hard to find stacks with the way this game has started for themselves. Mago does have 3 points Aftershock though, and an Echo Slam. No points Fisher because, you know, that's just crazy talk. And might be looking for a smoke here soon with his buddy Stinger. Would be nice to have 1 point in Fisher, though, I gotta say.
It's pretty value when you have 3 in Aftershock. The bonus 130 damage. In the meantime,
so close to level 9.
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty substantial lead at this point for Virtus.pro, but all it takes is one good fight with Mago to turn this all around. We'll see if they can find it, though.
Yeah, they're hoping for a ward that catches Morphling. So here's the play. He's going to blink Echo. If the Morph lives, the Echo kills enough creeps that he hits level 9, and then he gets Fisher.
I mean, this is a nice combination here. The Inkswell connection and FNG is going to go down. But Dark Mago, he's in trouble and just dies.
Whoa.
Squad X does a lot of damage on this Coddle, and Stinger is also going to go down.
That is Kind of crazy. That Illuminate did 482 magic damage.
Yeah.
It happens pretty fast with the help of that Solar Bind.
Pulling the creep wave over to the tier 2. Trying to get whatever farm possibly can at this stage on the Sven. Well, it looks like they might be mounting a defensive mid. FNG is nearby, has Fissure now, connects onto Kunkka. Silence, stunned, more control, and Stinger goes down. Schofield also in trouble. They didn't have enough in the tank.
Blink in 3 seconds, though. He's coming back in.
Looking, punting, wanting to find one. Echo, it connects onto both. They explode. Dark Mago right on top of them. Can they take down Notice, though?
Yeah, he wanted the core.
Tower. Needs a little bit more time. The run buff is wearing off, but they're not going to keep the chase going. Called it off.
I was pretty close on the Echo, but not quite able to reach him, unfortunately. So, I mean, at least it's some kills. Yeah, it's both supports, but it gives him a big boost of gold. And Shaker, the Blink Dagger is really important, but getting to that Agnums at a solid time when there's not too many control elements in the game, so you can really like hop around. You feel like kind of beefy, like whereas the HP from the Agnums actually feels like it matters. You want to get that on the earlier part of the game, so you can actually hop all over these heroes and try and catch this Keeper of the Light. This has been a great pick so far. I haven't even really seen Squadix doing that many stacks necessarily to get to this like big number. It's just been a lot of active play and picking up some key kills.
Yeah, he was able to steal a couple from the Sven, but those were even just small camps, right? Like, it was not like a huge injection of gold as we normally see. But yeah, a 4,000 gold lead now, and trying to smoke, make a move together again with these active heroes. Jim Park is on the other side of the map, though, so he is unlikely to get caught here. They might manage to catch Sacred.
Let me get that first control.
Yeah, they got him. Easy bring down.
Making it easy, and yeah, that's a Coddle with boots of travel, so zooming around this map right now. And Schofield just hit 6 at 13.5 minutes by taking this full wave down bottom.
Yeah. That feels pretty bad.
Yeah, you just have no way to make moves on the map before that's happening at this point. And we're going to go for the Inkspell play here. Perhaps they're going to call it off, though. Not liking the look of it. Notice, in fact, I feel like maybe he wants to poke his head back up in the cliff. Feels pretty tough.
It's 10 seconds till Echo. This actually could work out well for them. Virtus.pro coming to try and steal this. Will have Snowball ready. Stun is there. Gets the Wisdom Rune. Jump in. Mago finds the tree. Now the stun from Jim Park connects on to Notice. FNG is going to be brought down. And even though the overgrowth is there, they're still going to find and kill off this Kunkka.
Just ensure it by utilizing the Ancients as well there. Getting some big damage.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. Irtich, though, is still feeling like the big, strong hero in the end, who does have the Midas completed and is going to be going into Manta as quickly as he can. Just tons of space all over the map.
Yeah, considering his start, quite the come up here. A lot of that because of the space that's been given to him. And if you haven't seen Morphling in a while, of course, that's probably because of what happened to his ultimate. Sorry, his Aghanims. In that sense, it no longer does all the annoying stealing things. In fact, no one's really quite sure exactly what it does. I don't think the pro players have read it because they don't buy it and we just don't talk about it. So
that's fair.
Someone with a big brain is going to figure it out. We're going to wait until they make a nice little thread about it, explaining why it's broken. Maybe Slasher himself could make us a video so we finally understand it. Until then, we're going to buy normal Agi items and feel good about it. That's what the Morphling Player Union has decided.
I like that. It's important to focus on what matters there. Schofield will get a Snowball to delay the death and get a little bit of farm on his way out. So,
I got him as Blink.
That's true. That's big.
Considering at 13 minutes he was level 5, and now to be at 16 minutes you're level 8 with a Blink? Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, man. You feed away a bunch of deaths and you just come back and make a bunch of stuff happen. I mean, he's only died 3 times on the Tusk, but has been really involved in these kills. So,
Solar Crest done already, though, for Seishan, this vengeful spirit. I like what Sacred's doing here, taking some dangerous farm, though, right? Playing on that dire part of the map, trying to take away a little bit of their value. That's something you got to do when you're playing some of these riskier heroes and you're in a situation where the game doesn't necessarily feel that great for you. Can't be taking the safe farm from your friends. The Sacred's going to scurry on through, find saves.
they also get the bugs onto Squad X. So realizing there's more than just the one nearby, that signals the rest of Beast Coast to back out. We were thinking about a play there.
Stinger closing in on the shard here from that Grimstroke. So something that'll be really useful, not only just in combination with the Sven, but for the Weaver too. Like this idea of guaranteeing that the time lapse is going to get off. But with the current build of the Weaver, it's not necessarily as strong as if it was like a super high damage one. But even just space and bugs being out there trying to help give vision and control is a lot of setup for heroes like Sven and Earthshaker, who really depend on just knowing where someone is. If they know where they are, they're generally very good at blowing them up.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I think that feels like it will be a huge part of, you know, how this game goes, is the initiation that gets found. If an Echo Slam connects onto a couple of heroes, they have more than enough damage on Beast Coast to take him down right after. FNG, Dust finds him is Schofield, and now the Walrus punch and a couple takes down should be more than enough.
They thought about it there. I mean, that's a lot of heroes nearby. Get a decent overgrowth into boat, but they're a bit too far for it. We have a lot of shards in this game already.
Yeah.
For it being 17 minutes. Got shard on Tree, shard on Kunkka, shard on Grimstroke. That's pretty solid.
Really put a lot of emphasis on it. And again, I think there's an interesting little dynamic going on here, because Beast Coast playing around Mago's Aghanim Scepter is going to give them a really strong timing. But the longer this game delays, it does feel like Kiritich is just going to become the strongest hero in the game by a pretty wide margin.
Yeah, definitely just more likely to succeed as well. I mean, you can always make a play happen with Sven if you get the right jump, and it does have some solid setup for it. But you know, you make that one mistake versus a Morphling, and well, we've all seen what a Morphling can do.
But for now, at least, sitting back, about 400 gold away from Ags. And again, you're probably not going to be seeing Morphling get involved in those fights in the early sets of this one, wanting to get some more of those items online.
Bro, is he going eggs on the Weaver? Is that the play?
Interesting.
I would not have guessed that.
He's going full on support.
It's so hard to utilize now.
Yeah.
Like, the eggs cast range is 500.
It's very low.
That's
I mean,
so small.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, because it feels weird going, like, aura items don't really work on the hero, but man, whew.
I think it's going to be an interesting window, because it feels like they're just trying to pump as much damage into this Sven as they can and just let him carry him to greatness, which I don't hate as a strategy, you know? Shaker is going to be about keeping everybody in place, getting them under control.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's going to try and get an Aether after, but in what situation is the hero dying, but you're within 500 range and not disabled and able to use it?
Right.
It's so low RNG.
No, it's true. FNG nearby, spots Schofield heading over. They know they're in the area, smoked up and running away. Will they find anybody? Say you there. Mago on him. Immediately gets the follow-up stun, and it will be enough to get the kill on the Venge, although can they get out on Mago? Now the switch over. Well, Kiritich can still morph into Earthshaker.
Yep.
He's on the enemy team. Oh. Stinger goes down so quickly. Schofield also in trouble. Okay. This is a problem.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Oh. He was
remember
like
that
max agi, dude.
You remember that prediction of most physical damage done?
Yeah.
I think it's going to Kiritich.
Yeah. Actually, currently it's Sacred, but we'll see.
Yikes.
Yeah, that is disgusting. I mean, yes, we all remember Morphling, Shaker. You can't do it anymore if they're on the same team, but that's okay, because we can just do it when they're on the opposite team, and it does a lot of damage.
Maybe that's why they're getting the Ags on Weaver, because when Morphling hits him one time and takes him down to like 10% HP, he can just turn it around, you know?
You got a good point.
Smoke up. And Beast Coast looking to take a fight now with the BKB completed. Aghanim Scepter done. It's a Morphling who's all alone here. They see him completely alone over on the Ancients. Jim Park jumps, stun, control. Full combo, gone. More.
Echo mid too.
Looking for more, finding more. Squad X, 4-staff, getting him away. And Jim Park getting range. Blink Dagger back off cooldown soon. Sayu comes in, swats the one away to get him out. But then the Shards connection on a bolt. They're dropping so quickly. Notice in some trouble here. And they get him down too. It looks like it's going to be the blink and run away for everybody. Although no, the reinitiation. They find FNG and kill him.
Oh, they just crumble once Morphling's gone, you know? The big damage out of the fights, and I mean, when he's not in there, there's not a lot to help out, right? Like, you know, they're kind of middling heroes right now. A lot of supporting cast happening right now. You can see that Notice gets drawn in there from the Kunkka, tries to assist there, but it's just not enough. Going for the Tidal Wave and the Torrent Storm. The Waterbender is here, but the big carry damage is certainly going to be Curatage, so excellent pick off to start things there from Beast Coast. Giving them a bit of life here.
I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, it's so much about that Morphling and how well he's able to both stay alive and then also, you know, deal the damage out in the midst of a fight. And a pretty good example why, A, he's going to need a BKB eventually. But two, I don't know, they're going to need some type of a save dynamic here.
I mean, the save dynamic is... I mean, he's going all out. I mean, I respect it. He's going Ags, but he's going Blink, and he's going Aether. And that's the only way this thing works. So, yeah. Credit to Sacred. It feels like a huge sacrifice in terms of, like, your net worth to the actual value you're getting. But we'll see if he can make it happen. Also, can we get Stinger and Aghanims while we're at it? Because I feel like if the Weaver is going to go this route, we got to find some damage.
Oh, they're under a ward. They're under a ward. Mago in trouble. Oh, the snowball save, it's there. He got him away. Snowballing over to the side of FNG and Sayu. Schofield, they get the blink out. Nicely played. And now the control connects with the fissure onto 3. Buyback from Tusk. They want to keep this fight going. Kiritich up on the high ground, getting the control, the echo, the stun. The Kiritich gets away, but only for a moment. Can he actually escape from this one? Waveform trying to escape. Everybody runs on in, finds the Morphling, brings him down. Dark Mago, he can play more than 3 heroes. This guy's on it.
I'd like to submit a new world's most optimistic TP right there from from Kiritich. That would have been the most amazing Coddle save I've ever seen in my life if that Blinding Light had have actually kept him alive. Managed to get the Morph off in time, but they are just getting this jump onto the Morph, and then there's nothing he can do.
Look at that snowball save right there.
That was sick.
So important.
And he blinks out right away.
Shout out to the UI giving us the Earthshaker head right above it.
Yep.
As they manage just barely get away. And oh man, I mean, that's everything. Shaker gets back into the fight and they get the kill because of it.
Yeah, but imagine if he TP'd out there. I mean, that would have been sick. So close.
You're not wrong. Wow. Aegis on the Sven and going towards the Daedalus. It was looking pretty grim for them for a while, but have very much flipped this script after that pretty rough fight with the Morphling turning into Earthshaker.
Yeah, gonna hope that doesn't happen again right now if you're on the side of Beast Coast. Going for the BKB next here for Mago, and then perhaps into the Kaya San, just because he got queued up. So just nice all-rounder item.
There is the completed Aghanim Scepter, like we talked about earlier, on the Kunkka that can make these fights go weird. And the other thing that's scary to me about that one for Virtus.pro was they saw the Shaker and the Sven at the start of that fight, couldn't kill either of them. It tells me that it shows the value and importance of Schofield on this Tusk. It feels like they have to get him.
The other part of that story, too, is that him having Blink Yules, right? Like, he's just saying, I don't want to be killed first. And Grimstroke, Stinger, he's looking at going for a Blink next. I think 95% of Grimstrokes go Ags in this game because they see Morphling and they say they see big damage. But in combination with the Weaver save, the Tusk saves, and then a blinking free castable whenever you want Dispel from the Shard, they can essentially guarantee that whoever they don't want locked down, they just can't be disabled.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Mago should be free if he gets gone on, and if it's not him, then Sven comes back in at the last second and blows them up. I think it's a tough game right now for Virtus.pro. With this Aegis still online for a little bit, they find the stun, moves in, gets on to notice. Blade Mail doing good work, pops BKB, ready to run him down a bit more. And with the X, Mark not going to do anything.
No way to find an escape there. Lets the fountain go, but he's actually going back to the fountain, so. 2.5 minutes still left on this Aegis as Parker's just about finished up a harpoon here, too. Wow. A lot of moving around in these fights. We got Fishers blocking them off. We're going to have time lapses, snowballs. Some ice shards, though, so you could really get harpooned into a bad spot.
I was just thinking, like, oh man, Sven's going to be in some trouble for when, that blade mail pops out. He's going to kill himself. Then he gets the Vindicator's ask with the Mask of Madness. 20 free armor. Why not?
Okay, all right. So get stunned, and how about 30 damage during the map? Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yep. It's basically, we're trying to negate this God Strength debuff here.
Goes in, tries to back away. Schofield. They have Fissure stolen over. Kiritich with the morph. They got to back out now.
The Snowball Blink is so frustrating. They can't lock down any of these heroes. They're poking with an Inkswelled Sven, so they can't full commit. He just got God Strength back, so they weren't even threatening anything there right now. There is a ward here from the Dire. But FNG is still missing gold for this Blink Dagger. And that's probably the best thing they could hope for to try and start these fights, because currently they really don't have a way to actually punish any sort of poor positioning from Beast Coast. The only place they could really take a good fight right now would probably be Roche, or maybe defending high ground if Beast Coast get too aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way of it.
I guess there's like 4-staff swap, maybe? You just sack the Venge to try and get someone in a bad spot, but then the saves come into play. It's pretty difficult for them to just fight Beast Coast.
Yeah, I feel like this is again going to turn into one of those games where if they don't catch weird pickoff, oh my God, Sacred?
That is so funny.
Oh God.
I'm going to blink bugs to start the fight.
And she does manage to get a little separation, but he's got the gem. They have vision, blow him up with that BKB turnaround hit, and well, the gem, Notice picks it up. They didn't notice it.
He didn't get it? Oh no.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
Okay, thank you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, they back away.
Whoa, hold up. We got more Flick Shaker. Where's the smoke?
Yeah.
Go.
They need to fight with it.
Top tower is under attack.
Well, they're not going to find it. I mean, to be fair, I guess he does have the talent, but he's not feeling it quite yet.
No. I mean, that again, it's one of those instances where it shows just how comfortable they are. And I guess the other problem that it shows is that they don't really have an answer for time lapse, right? Like, they need hexes or some other form of hard control, because like a magic missile is not enough duration stun to kill somebody in.
It most certainly is not. Doesn't necessarily scale the best, unfortunately. 2 more minutes till our potential Roche spawn. Got to be what you're thinking about playing for as Beast Coast at the moment. Jim Park wants to finalize his build here pretty much with the Swift Blink, but perhaps not. He just picked up a Claymore. He's going for a Satanic instead. So wants to have an answer versus that Blade Mail.
Yeah.
And then go back after, perhaps with his Quarterstaff, we'll see.
Well, moving from lane to lane. pushing all of Virtus.pro out of the area. The gold lead is not expanding by a huge margin, but it is going up into the favor of Beast Coast.
What's the next bump in power, I guess, is the question for Virtus.pro, and it feels like a lot of it's going to be itemization, particularly for this Caudle, right? Like, has the E-Blade, so that's a little bit of something, some save, perhaps enough damage to finish somebody off. But then after that, it's like just going to be like trying to help and control with this scythe. But
Right.
it feels like we need more damage than just Kiritich. And they are not going to find it with any of these other... Like, who else can just get damage? I just don't see it. He needs like a Dagon or something.
I think it is just all down to Kiritich at this point, and the rest of them are thinking they're just going to be able to control and let him hit away. Which, I mean, to be fair, like in that last instance, if Caudle had a Hex, they kill that Weaver probably, that Blink bugs into them. But that also might not happen next time, as Notice will X himself back in mid.
They do have the Scotty as well to deal with the Satanic, so that's something.
Right.
Maybe Parker gets a bit too ahead of himself here on a Blade Mail without BKBing or something. But the Echo gets juiced up here by Shaker, plus 50 from the talent.
Roche time.
All right, give me your timer. You're going to hit it. It's TI. You got it.
Road to TI, 1 minute. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going 32 seconds.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, split the
It was like
difference.
right in between. We were so... we were on.
Did they see that ward? I think they do, yeah. Oh, relatively quick one. And that sets us up for most likely an easy Beast Coast Roche.
Wow, they are committed. All right, now they're not. See, this is like the image of the guy mining, and before he gets to the diamonds, he turns around. You know, that was Beast Coast.
Oh no, they're trying to hunt now, and it's just about to be there. Although this is a nice pickoff. This is huge. Broken, pushed up to the high ground, but the chase is there. All right, that's pretty good.
That was a fast 4-step.
That's the real diamond.
Echo?
Solo? Oh, Mago. What a guy. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you can't even hate on him. He had like 2,700 HP.
Yeah. It's too much damage. Kai Assange, the Echo damage talent.
That is crazy. His Echo did 1,200 damage. The Aftershocks did 632. And his 2 hits did 700. Man, I would not expect that, to be honest. I thought he was in the safety territory.
Oh, was not, it turns out. And now, after getting the kill on the cores of mid and safe lane, it's time to head on down and claim their prize. Aegis Chi is going to be in hand, and if they can get it quickly enough, we'll have access to that third Roche as well on their own side.
Dark Mago is definitely making me a bit of a Shaker believer again, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They see the Kunkka there, they go for the Shaker, seeing how they can get away with it mid, and the answer in the Caudle. Maybe it's less of a Shaker believer and more of a Caudle unbeliever. I don't know. He played such a good early game, though, from Squadix, but they didn't hit those, like, cheeky combos, like no big plays with, like, the Chakra Magic, like with the Kunkka or something, but... Either way, this is the fight for their lives. Will they fight it into an Aegis and Cheese?
Well, Schofield also now has an Aeon Disc.
Twin Gate.
Jim Park is there. Jump in, Hex.
There's
Snowball off to the side. Mago, he's fine. Takes down FNG and looking for more. They have Seiyu caught, but instead going for the bigger targets. Troll off to the side. They go now on to Tusk, trying to take him down. Notice is still in trouble, and Schofield kept him busy that entire time. Assembles the Aeon Disc, looking for more. The Snowball save is there. Schofield, what a god. Playing out of his mind. They walk forward, Echo Slam, the connection, an ultra kill. Give it to Jim Park. Can't get there in time, but an unbelievably pretty fight. And man, Schofield is just playing out of his mind.
Kira just tries to morph into the Weaver 2 to get away, but Dark Mago's got that gem still sitting there on the Shaker, purchased by FNG. Bit of a betrayal there from his ally, and yeah, they're just looking way too good. And let's get rid of that nerf. Plus 50% God Strike damage. He's back, and now has a Swift Blink there too.
Goodness. What a dominating performance. East Coast. Never a worry in their minds. Maybe a little bit when they almost insta-died to Morph Shaker, but ever since that point, they haven't looked back.
And these were just 2 drafts that were mostly about the position ones. There was a little bit more help there, I'd say, in terms of these mid-game fights from Mago. You get some better plays than a Caudle, a little bit more, not necessarily reliable, but if you just get that one blink, right, it's a little bit more of like, hey, I can make this one sweet play with Echo, whereas Caudle's like, I can control a lot of the map this whole time. Right. But Mago found those big plays, did so much for his team. Now picks up the cheese, so we can go back in here as they're after Parker.
Oh, time lapse. He still gets X back in, though. Has to run away. And trying to chase, swap in.
Now he's X-Welled, though.
Dude, there's so many saves. They can't do anything.
They still had Fisher blocks. They still had Blink Snowballs.
Jeez.
Schofield's got that swag, double gem going on.
My goodness. 37 minutes in, and I mean, it's interesting too, because like if you open up the graph and look at it, it's basically for the past, what, 10 minutes or so, every dot along the bottom there has all been good things for Beast Coast, and just nothing has gone right for Virtus.pro. It's all fallen apart. They got that one kill
he got
on
those
the grim.
sentries.
That's right. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, if you keep counting, dude, if you keep counting the sentries, the only thing that's gone well in the past 15 minutes for Virtus.pro is an Observer Ward D Ward.
Let's go.
It has been rough.
Well, there's that scythe now here from Stinger too, so anything Caudle can do, he can do better, because now he can scythe 2 targets.
True. Jump in. Finds him. Jim Park just on him. Oh, good save. Moving forward. Good connection as well with the Torrent Storm.
Time lapse.
Keeps him alive. About as best of a fight as you could start with. And now Kiritich ready to turn around. Finds him Stealth Stinger. Tries to get away. They switch on over and find himself another bit of control. Mago trying to back away. Jim Park ready to go back in for another round. Finds a couple of swipes. Kiritich jumps. Schofield also initiating but not finding anybody. They're just hexing to try and run away. But now they're all grouped together. The stun connects, but Kiritich, he backs out. Snowball is there. Mago with the fissure. Connects now onto Venge, trying to bring her down. She manages to jump away the Ogre Steel Totem. Now the stun still beating him up, but Mago gets the Echo Slam. The turn from Jim Park, no longer in God Strength form, but still has pretty good damage. Will it be enough to bring him down all the way? The buyback comes in. Kiritich, waveform to back out. Seiyu trying to do what he can. Rather, Notice is. Oh, they got a fissure connection. Now the turn finds Notice. This is going to be a dieback as the Kunkka nowhere left to go. Beast Coast, they just fight too good.
They spent so much of that fight in the earliest parts too, just chasing Notice. And I thought maybe they'll give him an opportunity, but they still couldn't lock down the damage there on Kiritich, at least to what they needed. I mean, it's a bit to ask when you have to do all of the damage, it feels like, for your team. Despite all this like wild wailing damage from the Kunkka, he got a big number, 8,900 damage, but is any of it like pointed and able to actually secure stuff, or is it just kind of these like random Torrent Storms and cleaves that aren't finishing anyone off here?
Well, I mean, so far it really hasn't been much, although Jim Park is in deep. He does have no mana for BKB. More trouble. Sacred still nearby, though, with the time lapse. They can't really kill Jim Park, like, ever. He's got so many different ways to save him. Dark Mago gonna be time lapsed himself. 30 seconds on cooldown for the next time lapse, but they jump in, and Jim Park's just aggressively finding anybody. Fight me. Isn't quite gonna happen as of yet.
Big overgrowth.
FNG connects onto him. Dark Mago turns and just blows him up. Oh, the enchant totem is hurting. Fissure, jump, hex, slow, control. Another initiation coming from Dark Mago. And now, still chasing forward for more. The hex is there. Jim Park still manages to get the kill. Now the buyback. Seiyu doesn't have another swap. Jim Park slowed, but they immediately take it off, and then they move back in with the stun from the morph over form, and now the snowball hexes on stuns and pit punches and kicks. In the end, it's still not enough to kill off Beast Coast. Can they finally do enough now? Sacred, he manages to get away, but they will take down Jim Park. They're going to get Schofield too. Beast Coast, they finally went a bit too far.
Oh, there are buildings there. They decided to forgo them. They got in. And apparently a gem got dropped somewhere. I'm not sure if it ended up being found. Trying to figure out who even has these gems at this point.
I'm trying to come up with an analogy here because it just feels like they just want to keep going. You know, it's the carnival ride that never stops. There's no end to it. There's also no goal. The goal is the fight itself.
I mean, they were close to a couple game-ending kills there, though. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Get noticed with no buyback, get Squadex with no buyback. Might have been the very end and not able to find it. Now, the worst thing that could happen will be an extremely quick Roche spawn before they can get back out on the map here. It will be Radiant's side, so you'll have the TP advantage at the very least for Beast Coast. But you got to think that that's what they're setting up for right now in Virtus.pro.
Oh, yeah. It definitely feels that way. 42 minutes in and a 22,000 gold lead. East Coast not looked back. I will say that now with Hexes online, Morphling has insane amounts of net worth in terms of the damage that he's going to do in these fights. I'm not sure what else is going to change in terms of their like itemization to help them close this out.
He's permanent Shikuchi on Sacred.
Okay.
He has Spell Prism and Octarine Core. He's just down to 4 and 4.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay.
Do you even need the level 25? I mean, I guess not, right?
No. I mean, you have like negative cooldown. How does that work?
You just keep reactivating it. It never becomes visible. Right now, at least he has to pop out for like a split second here.
You're gonna run out of mana eventually, man. What the hell? All right. Roche, a minute and a half. And this is a big one. This is Aghanim Scepter. This is Refresher Shard, depending on where we're at.
They don't have a gem, though, right? I don't see one. That's a pretty big deal. So they can't be super confident about the vision right now. And in fact, if you look, there is a Radiant Obs just directly on the Twin Gate. I mean, not the sneakiest one, but if it works, it works.
True. Noticed. Ooh. Okay. Walrus Punch. Hex is there. Aeon Disc procs. Chasing forward for more. Kunkka has Refresher. Echo, not enough to finish off the Kunkka. Does finally get brought down by Jim Park. Now looking for more. He's chasing down Squad X, seeing if he can kill him. Venge is dead on the other side. And now the turn on to Kiritich. He's dropping lower and lower, but the snowball will be there, waiting for the TP he knew was going to come. Dead for 90 seconds, and Beast Coast ready to run it down some lanes.
Tracking bugs, such a good solution versus the Morphling there too. Just like throwing it into like the area where he's waveforming to, making sure you're gonna get a catch onto him. Got a couple different choices there, and well, it is a relatively quick Roche here as they start scouting out the area. And oh, will they get lucky?
Do they stick around? They should know on the timer that it's up soon. Although it is gonna.
Four, 3, 2, 95% of gamblers quit before they win big.
And is there?
Hey.
Ping, 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 ping. Ping, ping, ping. Guys, give me an Ags. Come on. And this Choco line, gotta love it. Feeling pretty happy about it.
Who's getting this eggs?
Well, Roche wants to take a walk.
I mean, it probably should be Grim, right? Like,
well, it's Refresher Shard now, so.
Oh, that's true. They didn't get the. Oh, boo.
Unfortunate.
I mean, maybe that's what they wanted for Sven, right? They just want all.
Yeah.
Or maybe for Mago.
That'd be pretty good.
He's clearing a slot. He wants the big slam.
He already has it.
The American Grand Slam. We're in Seattle, baby. Isn't that like a Denny's thing?
He's got it already.
Oh, you're right. He does. Yeah, again, I guess two. He double order.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We got Weaver.
Forgot they patched that after they patched it.
She is available in the pit still for Schofield, so they're good to go.
Couple
Man.
missed cheeses today, I saw.
Oh,
In
yeah.
our last game there. As is per usual at TI.
Dude, more refreshers. Jim Park is so big. He doesn't have boots, though. All right, that actually might be a problem.
Nah, that's what Butterfly's for. It's fine. You know, you just use Flutter, right? You just activate it and you run, right?
Oh.
Right, guys?
Heritage? Who needs boots if they just walk into you? It does have that harpoon, too. Moving in with the rest of the team. Chase, 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 chase. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Gets controlled. The leash is there. Jim Park coming. He's moving on in for you. Wanted to get that control. The beatdown is going to be there. Fissure connection. Mago just on top of everybody. Laying out waste and death and damnation. Ultra kill for Jim Park. Get this man another one. As that should just about do it. Unreal. Beast Coast just taking out the rest of these buildings, trying to close out this game.
You know, sometimes you just get offlane weavered and you got to hold that.
My God. They're too strong.
If anyone was curious about the predictions, Parker's currently sitting at 44,320 physical damage with the lead.
That might just about do it. We'll see, indeed, as the glyph comes out. Are they really gonna back with megas? There's no way. No, they're ready to go. I was gonna say, get on in there, Jim Park. Make them proud. The hex is there, and then the jump forward. They're trying to hold desperately. Squad X
Save.
gets him to the side. Oh, control is there. Starting to die. Heritage in a lot of trouble. He is going to fall. They turn now onto the Ancient, and Beast Coast are going to take game number 1. Virtus.pro losing 3 in a row.
Wow. Pretty nice start there from both sides, but Virtus.pro not really able to get a lot out of